Let's get this underway.
Hello, folks. The MegaMets are back. I screwed up. It's actually our 99th episode, not our 100th.
When's our 100th episode, though?
Well, I was playing that for maybe in a week or two, or when we do probably the screwiest thing I've ever considered us collaborating on. We do a prediction for DDT's Judgment, their 28th anniversary event that's coming up a week from Thursday. Anyway, tonight it's AEW Revolution. But first, let's get a few elephants out of the room. Number one, the aftermath. Did anyone really see John Cena turning heel coming?
I did not see that twist coming at all.
Some did if you look at the clues, namely at Bad Blood Rock doing this, which is basically saying that Cena has turned. The desperation in Cena's voice and actions on how badly he wants to win a singles match again. As to the best of my knowledge, he hadn't won a singles match since 2018. And then the
yes,
whole
indeed.
selling your soul to the devil, and the fact that his final wishes were done just hours before the event, it made sense that he turned heel. Plus, it adds a little more fuel to the fire going to WrestleMania, because it was just straight up babyface against babyface, it was pretty flimsy. On the other hand, with New Japan, we were supposed to start the New Japan Cup today, but we hit a snag.
How bad of a snag is it?
Broken ring post.
Well, that's gotta suck.
They had to cancel the show, and they did a 2-hour plus talk show event.
Just wow.
They had to improvise. I mean, you can't really wrestle with a busted ring post.
Yeah, that would really suck.
I mean, seriously, the ring post was cracked right near from the base on one side. Anyway, AEW Revolution will be taking place from the Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles, California. Please do not bloat this damn card more than it already is, Tony. But we know Tony, he's going to bloat it.
Knowing him, you'll blow it anyway.
Bloat it, not bloat it, not blow it.
Oh, yeah. Knowing him, he's going to make it more bloated as is. You don't need to make it more messed up as is, man.
Opening match in the 0 hour, Big Boom AJ and the Conglomeration, in this case Orange Cassidy and Mark Briscoe, with Big Justice take on Johnny TV and Mansoor and Mason Madden, the MXM collection, who have stolen one of the Ring of Honor tag titles from Sammy Guevara and Dustin Rhodes. I'm going to give this to Big Boom and the Conglomeration.
I'll also do the same for the Big Boom.
You're up.
Next up is a steel cage match. Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher.
Each man has won one match. Fletcher took the win at Full Gear. Ospreay got in the Continental Classic semifinals at World's End. Now, this is all the marbles. And unfortunately for Will, he won't have Mark Davis backing him up because whether of his own choice or he got forced into it, Davis is part of the Don Callis family. This cage is to ensure no members of the family get in, and Fletcher has no way of getting out. Then again, if you wanted to ensure he couldn't get out, why not just add remove the escape clause as part of the way of winning the match?
That'd be pretty fitting.
But Will is going in with a bad neck, a neck that's been bugging him since April of 2018, after he took a brain buster on the chair this past Wednesday on Dynamite.
Oh, that gotta suck.
Can Will fight through the pain? I say he will. I'm going to give, where there's a way, there is a will.
You mean, where there's a will, there's a way.
Not in this case. Will needs to find the will to win this. Where there's a way to win, there's a will to win. So I'm giving this to the aerial assassin.
Sorry, Will, but I'm making my choice. I pick Kyle Fletcher.
Well, in my case, Requiescat in Pace, you turncoat!
Go figure.
Continental title match. Kazuchika Okada defends against Brody King. How much longer do I have to stomach heel Okada? I mean, don't get me wrong. I wasn't watching New Japan when he returned initially as a heel, as I grew up with most of him being a babyface. From when I started watching New Japan on the regular in 2016. But still, this has basically diminished Okada's ability to wrestle. I mean, sure, he still has some of the talent, but Toni doesn't really know what to do with him other than giving him a mid-card belt. Let him go after the AEW title, damn it.
It's like Toni doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
Of course he doesn't. He's a fucking mark.
Yeah, and his dad owns one of the worst teams in the NFL, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
True. I mean,
let's not forget that.
True. I'm going to give this to Okada to retain.
I will also pick to Okada.
You're up.
Now it's my turn. MJF versus Hangman Adam Page.
Why the hell wasn't this turned into a street fight? Keep in mind, folks, I don't watch AEW anymore, as I don't have access on my TV on the way to do it, and any shortcut apps are a bit laggy. But still, with the way these two have been going at each other, why the hell was this not turned into a damn California street fight?
I just don't know.
I'm giving this to MJF.
I'm probably also going to give it to MJF. Let's move on.
Right. The AEW World Tag Titles. The challengers, Turbo Floyd and Truth Magnum, the Outrunners, take on the new champions, Hurt Syndicate, Bobby Lashley, and Shelton Benjamin with MVP. All we need is Cedric Alexander, and we'll have the Syndicate back in full force once Cedric's NXT contract runs out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, let's face it. Whether it's Vince or Tripp, Cedric's potential is being wasted in NXT.
I know.
He needs to leave and join Shelton and Bobby over in AEW to fully reform the Hurt Syndicate.
Yes, indeed.
That said, in my view, first defense for the new champs, Hurt Syndicate retain.
Fair enough. I'll have them retain. Now, next up for the AEW TBS title, Mercedes Mone versus Momo Watanabe, and Mercedes is champion.
Do you pull the trigger now in getting at least one of the belts that's on Mercedes Mone off her? For those wondering what belts she's currently in possession of, let's see. Wrong button. Championship is an accomplishment. AEW TBS title. New Japan Strong Women's Champion. Red Pro Undisputed British Women's Champ. Unless she dropped it. Nope, she still got it.
That's a lot.
Nope, not Ring Wars. Must have dropped one of them recently. But in any case, this is where you finally get that belt off of him. Her, excuse me.
Yeah.
Heads Mone, tails Watanabe.
What to pick for this choice? Bring forth the coin.
I already did. And I already
What?
picked it.
And?
Tails.
Which means that that they're gonna pull the trigger. Honestly,
Yeah. Momo Watanabe to win.
unexpected choice, but acceptable nonetheless.
True. Number one, Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet. Winner moves up, goes to Philadelphia to face whoever wins the AEW title at Dynasty on April the 6th.
Yep.
Ricochet has disswerved long enough. And whoever wins this is basically a tell as to who's winning the AEW World title match at the end of the show. So if we're going by the simple logistics, whose house?
Who's gonna win this? This will be a fun one to say the least.
I've already made my pick by asking whose house?
Swerve.
Swerve's house.
So it looks like Swerve's gonna win this, huh? Pretty fitting. So now it's my turn.
Yep.
For the AEW Women's World Title in a Falls Count Anywhere match, the champion Timeless Toni Storm faces off against Mariah May.
The Hollywood ending. Essentially Mariah's rematch clause after she lost it at Grand Slam in Australia to Toni last month. I mean, seriously, what was the point of even doing that show?
Yeah.
First defense. More often than not, the champ retains. I'm giving it to Toni.
Fine, I'll also give it to Toni.
For the AEW International title, Konosuke Takeshita with Don Callis defense against Kenny Omega. You need to pull the trigger on getting at least the international title off Takeshita. And let get some level of justice, vindication, and vengeance for all the shit Callis put him through when he stabbed him in the back in 2023.
Oh, so true.
Personally, I think after Takeshita loses, you let Kenny kick the shit out of Don Callis, knock him out of commission for months on end, which causes the family to go into disarray, to a massive level of disarray. Because I'm hearing the battle cry, and the one-wing angel is ready to fly.
Yes, indeed.
Because this hope and dream for Kenny is not going to die. Kenny Omega leaves AEW International Champion.
Yeah. So can't wait for that. I'm going to have Kenny Omega win this one.
Now close it out, partner.
For the AEW World Title, the champion Jon Moxley against Cope.
I am going to be blunt, folks. I do not see Cope winning. Mostly for two reasons. One, I could see Jay White double-crossing him, mostly for his own self-interest. Because the past couple of months, Copeland and White have been teaming up to try to take out the Death Riders. They have done just that. Cesaro, that Russian bitch, and Pac were all taken out with concertos, and Wheeler Yuta walked out this past Wednesday. How much longer until Yuta finally rips the scales off his own fucking eyes? Whether Yuta goes back to Mox because he's got fucking Stockholm syndrome, White double crosses Cope out of personal interest, or both, Cope is not winning the AEW World title. I mean, I know that was one of the plans to finally kill this bullshit run of Jon Moxley's, but I would have preferred the default plan. Have Moxley beat Cope at Revolution, then take down Swerve at Dynasty, which sets up the big match for me, May 25th, Phoenix, Arizona, Glendale, Arizona, Mox versus a returning Darby Allin, where Darby gets his revenge for having his title shot stolen from him last September, kills Moxley, and leaves Arizona the AEW World Champion.
Mm-hmm.
That's my reason I'm picking Mox to win.
Fair. I also want Moxley to win, honestly.
For all the parameters I set.
Yep, that is all the parameters. Yes.
Okay. That's it for tonight's episode of the MegaMets. Tune in next week for our 100th episode, where we're really going to go down the rabbit hole, as for the first time, we look at probably what I have called one of the goofiest promotions in the land of the rising sun, the Dramatic Dream Team, or DDT, as we do our prognostication of their 28th anniversary show, Judgment, live from Corkin Hall, which will occur on March 20th. That's it for tonight's episode of the MegaMets. Comment, like, share, and subscribe. He's Mega NG. I'm Mets2128. Goodbye. Good fucking night.
Bag. See you in the next one.
I'll set it up.
Okie dokie. See you then.
Later.
Later.